Hey everybody, thank you to so many of you who commented on the video that was about is anyone still brewing anymore. I got so many fun comments that covered the entire spectrum of yes, I'm still brewing every couple of weeks, to I brew a couple times a year, to I brew smaller batches. That was a common thing, and if that is a good way to get you to continue to brew, I mean, that's awesome. I love that. Also, then you have less to drink and you can try different kinds. And I got a lot of comments of, no, I got out of brewing. I don't have the interest, I don't have the time. And there was, along those notes, there was many of you who said, when you had kids, you didn't have the time. And how many of us have heard that, or said that, or felt that? One thing I think, though, is we all have the same amount of time in the day as far as that goes. Now, of course, some people work more. You may have more responsibilities. I understand that. My point is we make time for the things that are important to us. Now, if brewing is something that gets down prioritized when you have children, I get that. But for me, I wanted to keep it up. And I did keep it up. I didn't hardly slow down, but I made a huge adjustment. And that's what I want to show you. I'm brewing a Hefeweizen, making sure it's running off okay. I did do some rice hulls. And it is in the PM, 6 p.m., and I'm making the wort. Now, isn't that peculiar? Am I going to be doing this brew day until midnight or 11 p.m.? No. I'm going to make the wort. I'm going to have it all in this pot, and I realize everyone has different ways of making wort, and you might have it in some other kind of vessel. I'm just going to show you what I did, and if you can figure out with your own system and your own equipment how you might use that, that's fine. So basically what I do is I got my brew day down to about 5 hours, maybe 4.5. I try to just move along. I try to always be doing the next thing when I have time. Sanitize this, clean this, get this ready. But what I do with, I'm forgetting to do my reading. Is I make the wort. What I did when I was first having kids is I made the wort after the kids went to bed. So for me, part of the problem with doing anything that is a non-kid, non-family, non-shared hobby is you're quote-unquote cutting into the kid time. You're making your partner, if you have one, be fully responsible for the kids. You're not around to help at that time. So after the kids went to bed, I would go ahead and do what I still do today. I hardly ever do an entire brew day at once. But I'm going to make this wort. Looks like the first runnings are coming out now, almost done. 15 bricks is what I got. Collect the wort, keep it overnight. I don't heat it up anymore, although I think once I did, thinking, oh, the hotter it is when I store it, the hotter it will be in the morning. You could do that, but I'll show you the way that I store it. It's extremely simple. It's all in this pot, and then tomorrow morning I'll get up and boil it, and it will be fine. I have never had any problem. I have done all of my batches since 2006. My daughter's 18. I kept brewing. I figured this trick out basically this way, and I have never had a problem. Now, some people do an overnight mash. I have never tried that. To me, you're doing a couple of more variables there. You got your enzymes, you got stuff going on. I'm not sure what happens to the wort. It has been tested. Second thing is, you still have to collect the wort. You still then have a chunk of time in the morning that still is longer. So this makes it for me almost 50-50. This whole thing takes a couple hours heating up the water, hour mash, half hour collecting the wort, a couple hours. And then tomorrow it'll be 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on if I'm doing a longer hop stand, if I need to do more aeration, if I need to do this, do that. But anyway, that's what I just wanted to show you. If you want to make a shorter brew day, it's not really shorter, but it's shorter when you're doing the boil and the chill, and it also is shorter time away from family. TAFK, time away from kids. Anyway, yeah, follow along. It's pretty simple, not a whole lot to say, but I thought if I show it, it might do somehow more good than just saying it. So the wort is pretty much collected. I have a little bit in the mash tun. I put this piece of wood under there to tilt it towards the end, and I have this thing, or I'm sure I've showed this before at some point, but I have these notches that would for gallon marks for when I got this brew pot. I would have made the stick, so probably close to 7. 1, 2, I don't know if I can film this and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that tells me about 6.5. And that's probably good. A lot of times I end up with 7 or more gallons, and then in these two 4-gallon pots I'll put like a gallon or less, half a gallon each, and boil them on the stove. And that also works, but 6.5 gallons, I don't know. I might do it like with one pot going for a little bit when I get to the boil. So I hope you are ready for this, because this is so exciting. This is just a piece of thick cardboard. I don't think you want to put a hot pot right on the, well, whatever flooring. Maybe if it's a certain kind of flooring you could. I got about 6.5 gallons. I need to give myself a little bit of room because of the blankets. One thing I learned is the first blanket that goes on there should not be something that can melt. Okay? I had a little sticky stick. It wasn't terrible, but I had that one time. And this is where you get to an extremely unscientific method of layering blankets. You can pat them around. I suppose sleeping bags could work. You know, cover the sides. I kind of alternate the direction of the blankets to a point. I don't think I did that last one right there, but yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't remember. I think the first time I did it, I will say this, I was surprised with how hot the wort was in the morning, simply from doing this without it being an insulated vessel. I mean, the pot itself is not gonna, I mean, it's just a stainless steel pot. But this will do it. So basically, you know, this is really about all there is to show. Maybe I'll do a wrap up in the morning. But yeah, that'll do it. It'll keep a lot of heat. And again, you can do all this wort production after the kids are in bed. And it doesn't make it so that you have to hopefully stay up too late either, if it's just kind of like a couple-hour process. But yeah, that's all there is to that. Alright, just a quick wrap up. It is the morning. I'm up. I'm going to get the wort into the garage, get this thing boiling, get this brew day going. But I thought we would just do a quick temperature check just for fun. Usually I think it's in the 130s. This lid is a little hot. Just barely able to put my hand on that. But anyway, yeah, nothing super revolutionary in this video, but I do like this idea. 137, so plenty hot. Now to get it to a boil, and thanks for watching. Catch you later.